Welcome to Advocates for Justice Paralegal Service. We provide the tools, you do the work. Welcome to our video tonight. Tonight, we're going to review tips on how to control the court process. That's what we learn how to do here. Controlling the court process is pretty much what you will learn in my program. What I will cover in this video are new ideas you need to be trying, and I will outline several key strategies that we use in our lawsuit packages to control the court process. These strategies, in most cases, can be applied to almost any action involving bar members. Now, first, before we get into all of the meat and potatoes, I want to ask you guys to please click on those ads that are showing on my YouTube channel, those annoying ads. Please click on those ads so I can get paid. Once my YouTube channel brings in big bucks, I'll be able to reduce my prices further and give you guys a better deal. My goal is to be able to provide a service for anyone that has the courage to step up and fight their foreclosure situation, even if they're struggling financially. And that's one of the big things that we're doing here is offering an affordable service to help you learn how to get things done yourself. That's one of the big differences between what we do and what others do. We are the first paralegal school to provide a legal strategy that makes sense. One of the things that we want to do when we're talking about our tips to control the court process, you want to always refer to your legal team whenever you're communicating with the bar member about your case or trying to get your stuff filed, or if you're talking to the clerk. You always want to oppose what they say by saying, oh, my legal team said this, or my legal team told me to do it this way. I don't understand why you're telling me something different. You always want to refer to your legal team. And, the reason you're doing that is just to screw with their head, just like they're trying to do you. So that's why we do that. Now, another tip we need to be trying, and this should work according to how the system is structured. Very many people do this. The new tip is to post your documents in the public record before you file them in court. I think it costs like $10. They put a little stamp thing on it that it's posted in the public record. I think by doing that, cut out a lot of the court's ability to manipulate your documents. Because if you have them posted on the public record already, that's going to be a problem for them if they're going to try and change it or leave it out or not file it or even ignore it. I think that could be a problem even if posted on the public record. It's kind of in comment, so to speak. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of research on this, but the idea makes a whole lot of sense. So I think you guys should start doing that, making sure that your documents are posted on the public record before you file them in the court. I think that's going to give you advantage. Another tip is, now one of the big things that we do in our program is we add the person who signed to start the foreclosure process against your property to your wrongful foreclosure lawsuit as a number one defendant, or whoever signed to start the process, the legal process against you. It could be a prosecutor. It could be whoever signed to start the process against you is who you want to add as a number one defendant in your counterclaim or in your lawsuit that you're going to be filing against them for getting up in your face. In a foreclosure situation, that person that you need to add as a number one defendant would be the attorney who signed the notice of default letter or the petition. If you're in a non-judicial foreclosure, it'll be the notice of default letter. In judicial foreclosure, it'll be the petition. Whoever signed that petition should be the number one defendant. Their law firm should be the second defendant and the last servicer. We only like to use three people, because if you use any more, if you use all of those people that they have listed on their thing, all that does is complicate things for you. Because all of those people have to answer, you're going to respond to all of those people. Yeah, it gets very, very complicated. It's not worth it. You always reserve the right to amend so you can add people to your lawsuit at any time. What we're teaching you how to do is use the loopholes in their system to kick their butt with. Once you add the attorney to your lawsuit as a number one defendant or to your counterclaim to file in their lawsuit against you, if you don't have the money to file in federal court, you can file this as a counterclaim, and you add the attorneys to it, the plaintiffs and the judge, depending on your situation. And now the attorneys will have to hire outside counsel, because attorneys are not allowed to represent themselves in court. They're not allowed to represent the law firm that they're associated with. That's considered pro se representation. That's not allowed in court. And also, they are not allowed to litigate a case they're a party to. You learn how to back them in the corner with their own stuff. Just because you back them in the corner don't mean they're going to give up, because we already know how this goes. The judge is going to have to allow them to violate the rules. the judge is going to have to help them or give back his cut of what they are stealing from you. When that happens, that is when you sue the judge and turn the tables into the court violating your rights instead of the banking fraud. That's how you do it. And if you're in a case where a judge has already made a decision, then you have your jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit. You also have I also have a jurisdiction challenge / lawsuit with an affidavit that you can file against the judge at the gate or at the end. It does not matter. You jam up the judge, they have no motor on their boat. And that's what we learn how to do. Because I'll tell you right now, anybody waiting for the judge to rule in your favor, I hope you're not holding your breath. When we go in and we object to the judge's ruling, we move for reconsideration, and then we file a lawsuit against the judge, or even the notice of claim. If you don't want to file a lawsuit, you can file a notice of claim against the judge and then recuse the judge. And usually that'll do it. If you follow those steps, most of the time the case is going to get terminated because the new judge is not going to want to get in the middle of that, and they're not going to want to discuss the fire that you're going to be bringing to the table and the documents that you get off my website. The goal is to attack the players to control the court. Then you get your lawsuit filed in federal court while their case is floating around over there without no judge. And funny how it goes. Good legal strategy must have a game plan for when the judge helps the attorney. I don't care if it's foreclosure or criminal, it don't matter. If you're in a situation with bar members in your face, your game plan must have a strategy to jam up the judge when the judge is going to help them, because we already know how this works. Their whole system is structured on arguing, and when the arguing's done, their buddy judge gets to help them. It's pretty simple, and that's why we go in with stuff they don't want to argue about. That's how we do that. In this paralegal school, you will learn how to use their loopholes against them, just like you did with the situation where the judge had to let the attorneys go through, because their attorneys are not allowed to do all these things that you're jamming them up for. Yep. And when you see the lawsuit packages that we have against the judge, you're going to be like, oh, this is nice. We're back to the tips now. One of the things that I want to, we never answer to their lies. And I have a video that I posted here just a couple of days ago about how to answer to the lawsuit. We don't answer. That's the title, How to Answer. I put the title in there, How to Answer, because everybody thinks you have to answer. But you watch the video, you'll find out that we don't answer. We respond with your lawsuit, with your jurisdictional challenge, with an affidavit, and then your lawsuit. Now, you never want to remove the affidavit from your challenge. I had a person do that, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. When you do the affidavit, you know they can't respond to it by counter affidavit because everything that they're doing is lies. If you remove the affidavit, then sure, they can respond to it all day long with their lies. That's why we have the affidavit on, because we want them to respond to a jurisdictional challenge by counter affidavit. That slams the door shut on their butt. In my program, you will not be a defendant. And that's a very important thing to remember. Judge violates your due process rights, helping their attorneys. You must act immediately and sue the judge. If you don't, they're going to disrespect you all the way down to the end where they're throwing your butt out of court. If the judge ignores your jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit, you must attack the judge. I have this written in the instructional video, what to do when the judge ignores your documents. And I have so many people, it's a little frustrating, or call me or text me or something, and all excited because the judge dismissed their stuff and they're ignoring it. Well, there's a provision for that in the instructional video. I already told you they're going to ignore it, and and what you need to do about it. You need to remember, you didn't file it for them to rule and say, yeah, you're right. That's not how we do anything. That is not how we do it. The goal of filing your document is to build a court record of evidence showing the judge took jurisdiction without legal authority. This is the basis for your lawsuit. When you get this right, you will be driver of the bus. This program could be the most important legal defense breakthrough ever discovered. Now you can take control of your legal situation without an attorney and without breaking the bank. We have a new 42 USC 1983 civil rights lawsuit package homeowners can use to sue the state court. This is a new approach. Will offer great advantage when you sue the judge and the attorney for what they did to you in the state court process. We've made some new changes to our website that will make it easier for you to learn more about the products and links right on the home page. So you don't have to go to the product page, the other page, and all this back and forth. You can just go right to the home page and look at the product that you're interested in. And then there's a link on that product page going to our SAM cart, which is a website where we have our items, our products hosted. And the great thing about Sam's cart is I can use videos. So I have the instructional video, several videos about how to use the packages, how to use the documents, and what you need to do first, what you need to look out for. All of that is right in the page. So it makes it real easy for you to go click on that link, go to the Sam cart page, and take a look at the offer, click on the instructional videos, and see what it takes to get down in my program. And you can also click on the other two videos and learn more. There's also a video about how to answer to their lawsuit. I have everything on there. Most of the offers have 3 or 4 videos on them, and I could not do that on my website without slowing down my website. So that's the beauty of using the Sam cart link. Go check it out. Advocates for Justice Paralegal Service is the next best thing to hiring a high-dollar attorney. I'm going to be doing a series of videos on this subject, how to control the court, controlling the court. Haven't decided exactly what I want to call it, but I'm about to get to where I need to call it something when I get done with this video. So that's what we're going to do. And you guys stay tuned and don't miss out on the playlist for how to control the court. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about too is I don't take phone calls for the lawsuit packages. So if you're invested in a lawsuit package, you're going to have to contact me on Facebook. You can send me a friend request and message me through Messenger if you have questions, or you can email me your questions. I don't take the phone calls for the lawsuit packages. And the reason for that is when I reduced the price from $1,700 to $850, I still took phone calls. But when I went from $850 to $500, from $500 to $400, and right now they're at $400, then I just too many calls. And I would spend all day answering questions for people, the same questions that people can find if they went and watched the instructional video. Okay, I'm trying not to get stuck on that. But I have so many people that feel like the paperwork is the same as the conventional program, and it's not, because this is non-conventional. So there's a lot of things that you need to understand about the paperwork when you go to the clerk's office, to the court to file, so the clerk won't send you out without your stuff getting filed. It's a lot easier to know what you need to know to handle that at the gate than it is to come back to the gate again and have to do that all over and go through that whole process. Don't miss out on the new videos. You guys get over to my website. We've got some new things on the website for you guys to check out. The civil rights video. The civil rights video is posted on the offer, so you can watch it and learn how to use the new civil rights package to sue the state court for what they are doing to you. I think this is like a really, really cool strategy, because now you can turn the whole process into how they're violating your due process rights and your constitutional rights in the state court while they're trying to take your property, as opposed to having to focus on the banking fraud that they're trying to say and the lies they said you did or didn't do and all of that. You go check out the 42 USC. It is the bomb. And check out the website. So I want to thank you guys for the privilege of your time, and I will see you in the next video.